Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. This is going to be the grand finale of this Expert Iron Man run with 5 Rangers and 1 Priest. Alright, let's see where we're at here. We just killed the Soul Leader last time, and now we're going after the Clouds, the Djinn of the Clouds. And then it's the final fight with the Dark Savant. Hey Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? The grand finale, that's right. And then I can start a solo run. I'm going to try a Bard solo run. Hey Igloo, welcome in. How are you doing? In before the critical hit on Darkspawn. If we could, but she can't critically hit him, unfortunately. That would be funny if he could be critically hit. Alright, let's make sure I got all the items I want. This fight's not easy. Okay, he's got Mystic. And you have Mystic. Perfect. You didn't know Rangers can wear bassinets? Yes, they can. You also found the light shield in your game today? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the light shields. I think it's the best item in the game. As long as you can equip it. Alright, we gotta be sneaky here. This is the scary fight. 3 Djinn of the Clouds and a Greater Demon. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to scam with the Death Bomb. We're going to try. I also need to make sure we have, okay, yeah, there's the Ring of Breezes. Okay. Okay, none of them died. The Death Cloud. We definitely want an eye for an eye reflection here. Because they're going to do Pandemonium. Do Vadius Stone. And this character. Hey Joshua, welcome in. How are you doing? You don't actually remember what dropped it because you picked up everything? There's only 2 places in the game where you can get a light shield. Maybe 3, and that's out of a treasure chest. Monsters don't drop it. Hmm. Okay, here we go. Okay, they did their eye for an eye thing. Oh, paralyze the greater demon. Mystic arrow. Now we start the Supermans. We're also going to do a preemptive ring of breezes. You doing all right, Joshua? Glad to hear it.
Too far. Too far. Out of range. Won't reach.
Okay. Acid bomb, I'm fine with that. Did not get a Superman. Actually, pre-Superman yourself.
Too far.
Here comes the death cloud. You don't think you've ever seen the light shield, Joshua? Yeah, it's a very rare drop. There's the first casualty,
Shame. I was just getting used to him.
the death cloud. Alright, greater demons out of the way. Let's do this. Now we move forward. Actually, we're gonna have you shoot. You have... Okay. We're gonna have you switch to melee. No, can't reach. That's fine. Okay, now let's see if we can get a Superman. Unless you have a potion, hang on. No, you don't. Okay, no Superman potions. That's fine. As long as it's not Death Cloud, I don't care. Superman here. There's Death Cloud. How many are gonna die to Death Cloud this round?
She had been feeling pretty poorly lately.
One? Okay.
This feels worse than what
Actually, potion of restoration. Trying to decide here. I'm gonna have to get some mana back pretty soon. We're gonna have you use a mana stone to restore on the priest. You're gonna do purifier preemptively. You're gonna shoot. Hey, Severed and Toothless, welcome in. How are you guys doing? Thanks for the 100 bits, Severed. Roll that poo. Oh, he's right there. Wow. Thanks again for the 100 bits, Severed. We are at the grand finale.
Oh, much better.
Okay, here we go. This is working.
I'm feeling pretty bad. Oh, I've got it. In bed. That's a relief. Oh, much better.
Once we get it down to just one, it's going to be a lot better. Okay. Superman. Light shield blocking the way. Oh, is that an 18 or 19 stream or watch streak? Severed? I like how one of the emoticons is the scam icon. All these little friendly faces and then scam. Actually, I don't need to run here. Come on. Stamina. $18. 18 watch streak. Oh, there's a prediction. Will D14 emerge victorious? That's gonna apply to the next fight. This is a hard fight, but the Dark Savant fight's next. Oh, I did Death Cloud. Let's see if anybody dies on this last round. Nobody died.
They were no match for us.
414,000 experience. Okay. Success. And we already have a portal set right by the Dark Savant. So we can just teleport right back there. Come on.
Someone approaches.
The chaos, Malek. Change. The nexus of life, and now this change has a destiny be done.
We're gonna see the Dark Savant appear up here. You can hear him, he's over there. Okay. So now we just teleport to him. Let's see if we have good... This fight can take a while, so we're going to get back all of our spell points. Get this charged. Wee-poo. Severb says, I ran it for 15 minutes and will award the points after the final boss. There's 8 minutes left. Oh, that fight's probably going to take longer than that. But we'll see. Okay. I also have an armor melt scroll that I think we're going to put in someone's inventory here. I've been saving it. Because the Dark Savant can be hard to hit at times. Let's check out our throwing skill here. 57. Could probably throw Pandemonium with that. It's kind of risky. But if we get into trouble. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Stun Rod here. 6 minutes now. Yeah, I gotta prep. Lightning bolts. Okay. I think we're good. I think this is the portal. Yep.
Someone approaches.
Here we go.
How perfect I should see you instead. What's happening?
We disarmed your bomb, buddy.
Follow me.
Entering the cosmic circle.
The circle. At last. But careful. The dark savant is somewhere in there. And cornered prey is the most deadly.
Where are they? Where are the cosmic lords?
You know as well as I do, the new destiny brings with it new lords. It is time for the old to step aside. They have gone.
You expect me to believe that, Alcides? But they're gone? Gone where?
It does not matter. It was time for them to go. It is time for you to go too.
No, I will never go, Alcides. Not until I have my revenge.
Temper tantrum.
The Cosmic Forge. It's our only hope. With its power, what has happened may be unwritten. Quickly.
You rush to the nearby alcove where the forge is kept. On a pedestal is the forge itself, and a huge book containing the history of the universe.
Whatever is written with this forge becomes real. By changing the book, we can destroy the Dark Savant.
With the image of the savant
Properly, it had died. It's true.
Now we can click through.
Before he means I was meant to think and not
in one.
Tear out the page.
With a single it is the first time
The past.
not so stiffly.
Indiscriminated fortune, fight with us.
All right, here we go.
I feel freedom. The chase grows hotter.
Movement scan. Level 38. Jamie says, time to settle the Dark Savant's hash. Bill is there, holding the back line. Danger blocked with his shield. Light shield still paying dividends.
Here now. Something's creeping up on us. Creepy.
He's in short range, so he can still hit the priest. Okay. Did I give armor melt scroll too? I don't really want to spend his attack doing that. I think we're gonna do another super move. Jimmy says the army that carries the Quipu before it is invincible. I wouldn't say invincible. Okay. I'm actually going to do a pray here with the priest. Let's see what the gods do against the Dark Savant. Not sure what they did. I think they were trying to do fear, but these things are immune to fear. Hey, Mr. Spock. Welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Friday. That'll be kind of funny to have insane characters after the Sanan dies.
important. In crafting the New World Order, we should ensure greater harmony between man and animal.
So, one hunt ends and another hunt begins. Where will it take us? What will we find? There is nothing so invigorating as a plunge into the unknown.
Thanks for the GG Severed.
But I never
She laughed.
thought I'd end up in
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
great.
No offense, Mom, but it's pretty funny if you think about it. Now, isn't this cozy? All of us setting up housekeeping in the cosmic circle so that we can run the universe. You know, I've thought of settling down before, but I never imagined it would turn out like this.
Hey, Funzang. Are we invading your personal space, Funzang?
I do not know who you are, but I see you have torn a page from the great book. This world, then, is at an end. For if you destroy one
Thanks for GG Jimmy, and hey Mark, welcome in. How are you doing?
will be changed or destroyed.
Oh, thanks for 100 bits, Severed.
We must use the forge.
Appreciate it.
If this world has ended, we must begin another.
There we go. Thanks for giving Severed the shout out. Severed says Jimmy or Mr. Spock can award the points from the poll. Thanks for a GG, Toothless.
Ah, yes. Now I understand. Vanished? Extraordinary. So that is what it came to. Hmm? And so many vacancies in the circle to fill. Still, you and your friends will do.
Are we gonna fall?
The style
Sometimes you fall and crash.
is a bit amateurish. The pacing a bit weak. But I was like that when I began. It will come in time.
They were no match for us.
Oh, we didn't fall. Severed says, well earned 10 points, whoever won. GG. That's funny. Alright, Dark Savant's dead. And now we begin another solo run. We're going to do a solo run and try a bard, which is going to be extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Lots of restarts, I'm sure, on this. Higley says, can I have my 10 points? Mr. Spock is dead again so many times, lol. Yeah, did anybody vote on the Severed's poll? Severed says should be able to do it from the mod view. And Jimmy says he's gonna get it on one go. I'm certain. You have way too much faith, Jimmy. Maybe a couple hundred goes. Okay, let's see here. I'm probably gonna do Hobbit. Ah, the piety though. I might do elf here. Yeah, we're doing elf. Okay. Dexterity, intelligence, strength. All right, we're going to do sword. We can train throwing and sling later. Guess I'll just call it myself since it can only be one character.
Just relax. It's gonna be all right.
Mark says, not a request, but curious if you're playing any Wizardry 7 runs. Yeah, eventually I'm going to run through all 3. I'm going to do an Iron Man attempt on all 3, the whole way through them all. I'll start with 6, my remaster of 6, and then do 7 and 8. And I'll probably do an expert Iron Man run. But I'll have to make an optimal party to do that. Because that's going to be really, really, really difficult.
Grimpack the move.
All right. Boat leggings good to get right off the bat. Need to get a shield as soon as possible.
Well, at least the beach is nice. I mean, we could have crash landed into frozen tundras.
Igloo says, I think I got scammed. No one is rewarding points. Yeah.
You all
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can figure out how to do it, Igloo. I'm a complete Twitch noob, but let me do my best here. See if I can figure this out. Addiction. I see your name here, Igloo. You're the only one that voted. It says you won 120,000 points. 120,010. So it's claiming you won it already. So maybe there's a delay on it. Yeah. You should have got 120,000. That's what it claims. Jimmy took care of it? All right. Thanks, Jimmy.
Look at those things. I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
It worked? All right, cool. GG to Melted Igloo. Nobody else wanted to make a prediction or knew how. I wouldn't know how to do it probably. One was
Look at
supposedly
those
asleep.
things.
Unaffected. Igloo says, I need to bet at the other guy, the Soul Crusher or something. Yeah, the Soul Eater. You bet on
Look at
him.
those things.
You'd be making a good bet because he's got a good chance of killing whoever he faces. Mr. Spock says, listen, I only fix computers. I have no clue how to use them. Laughs nervously. Hardest part here is going to be getting to level 2. Yeah.
Hey, I'm wounded. Look, creatures.
Oh, that's a scam. One down, 2 more to go.
So much for that.
All right, they're back. No, that's not what I wanted to do. It's too dangerous. I wanted to hit that one, but the next round they'll get 2 attacks. Can't do it.
Look, creature!
Getcha says, I wonder if the story is a closed circuit paradox at this point. It's an infinite loop. Or in another parallel universe. This one's stuck in the wall. It's blocked. Oh, it's saying we can hit it.
I hope you've got...
Nice.
So much for that.
Hey, close combat at 2. It's an increase. Stamina, we can't tell.
Hey, I'm wounded.
Yes, you are. Sword of 6. At least for an option, you pull out the pages and get rid of the old Funzangs. Recycled. There we go.
So much for that.
Close to level up. We just need to kill one thing. One bat, one anything. Alright, let's work on our artifact skill here.
Thanks. Look, creatures!
Out of range. Still out of range. There we go. Once we go level 2, I'll feel a lot more comfortable. A lot more hit points.
Look, creatures!
Retreating that way? Come on, game. Try to avoid using this potion. That's a scam. Try to go. It's playing games with us. We're getting trolled. Okay. Most likely the one teleported back. There's no guarantee of that. Crabs are way too hard for a level 1 bard. Solo level 1 bard. Okay. Let's get some artifact training here.
Thanks!
Good news is we only have to do this on one character because we only have one character. Anybody have any big weekend plans? Let's see where we're at. 14 artifacts. Judge says, as far as mods go, so far the only object I'd permanently add is the Flame Strike's engine coil gadget to cast magic missile. Not sure if it eats up enough stamina though. I added a magic missile gadget to my mod. Gadgeteer already has one.
Thanks.
You can get it fairly early to give them attack power. Not super early, but fairly early. 16 artifacts, all right. Let's go open this chest and see if there's anything useful for a bard.
Look at those things.
Buckler shield, nice. That was not bad either, actually.
Look at those things.
Hey, Cody, welcome in. How are you doing? You're going to meet the vulgar chef this weekend? What's that? Is that a real chef or is it something else? You haven't gotten that far. You're stuck on 6 mostly because you haven't got back to playing it. Thanks for that mod, by the way. Oh, you're welcome.
Something over there. Oh, look! An item!
So our sense is 55. Can see some things with that, but not a lot. Pick up some darts.
Something over there.
Severb says, if I'm lucky, I'm just D Forte or other Twitch streams. You're at D Forte or other Twitch streams? Over the weekend, you mean? Should be.
Oh, look! An item!
Could sell that. Watching D Forte or Twitch streams, gotcha.
Oh, look! Found nothing.
Yeah, you did. You just found some potions. Cody says the vulgar chef is this guy on social media who makes weird or funny or sometimes even tasting looking things out of hot dogs and spam. Wow. Interesting.
Something over there.
Sometimes the brain goes faster than the thumb, Severed says. No, I get it.
Found
Totally get
nothing.
it, Severed. I had the same problem. Okay, we're overloaded. Drop the corals. All right. I'd like to get a fight. Definitely not these roaches. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through this first gate. Hey, Kiffer, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. I think you raided. Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thanks for giving Kiffer the shout out. I appreciate it. Kiffer was streaming. Oh, what's the name of it? It's like the Fallout. Which version of that? Underrail? Is that what it's called? Thanks again for the raid there, Kiffer. Kiffer is from Ireland, and he's a very entertaining streamer. I check him out anytime I have time, and he's on, which is Mondays and Fridays. So I recommend checking him out, guys, if you're into shenanigans. He plays lots of retro stuff. Hey, Yor, welcome in. How are you doing? What I was going to say is, when you all get to D Forte, I must have missed some chat. Hey, Hamadic, welcome in. How are you doing? Underrail, yep. Thank you, thank you. And hey, Draconic dude, how are you doing? Welcome. A colder, more savage land. Yours says Kiffer was giving us raid instructions and it ended there. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen. You're having a pretty sleepy long day, Ham? Hey, Ham, I got the same model of coffee maker that you recommended. I just got it today. It was delivered today. The Jura 4, whatever that was, the EV something 4. I haven't actually got coffee for it yet, though. Hey, JRPG, welcome in. How are you doing? Imagine getting raid scammed. Yeah. They hop in and then scam you right when they arrive. So tonight I actually just beat this game. We did an Iron Man run on Expert with 5 Rangers and a Priest, and we won. We killed the Dark Savant. So now I started a Bard solo run on Expert. It's going to be an Expert Iron Man run. And we'll see how many deaths it takes before I can finally get through it. That's what we're doing. This is Wizardry 8. One character.
I think it's locked.
So it's a fresh run. Ham says, and do not act surprised he messed it up, D Forte. No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Not that he would do it intentionally or that it's a guarantee, but Kiffer definitely likes to talk in a good way, and sometimes his ramblings can go down rabbit holes, and next thing you know, he's dead in a game because he was talking with chat, which is why chat's here, right? Chat is here to talk with each other and hang out and have fun. So it's all good. I got the black version, Hom. Thanks for the GG, JRPG. Joshua says, I'm sure you'll make it to the Swallower at least. Yeah, we have to be careful with them because it is an instant kill if they swallow you. You've been quieter lately, Kiffer? Ham says, I call it jibber jabber. My most favorite English words. That's a good way to say it. Igloo says, time to relax and play Graveyard Keeper on the Switch. Never heard of it. And Jimmy says, yes, Kipper blames chat constantly. Thanks for giving Yor the shout out. Yor, what's your next big game? I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get in here. Let's do this. I don't think 5% cuts it. Alright, we got to sneak by Mr. Crab here. And not get scammed. Thank you very much. Kiffer says, I've never blamed chat. Only chat. Trust chat never, Hum says. Ooh, I hear some bats. We're going to get scammed.
Look at those things.
Yeah, look, right here. This is our level 2, though. If we kill this, we're level 2. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use a loot on it. Yeah, it didn't work, so we're going to do it again. Combat ended. Still didn't work. So we'll just kill it.
So much for that. Oh, this is great.
Okay, level 2 is a big
Look at
deal
those things.
when you only have a few hit points. Thanks for giving the shout out to Draconic Dude. You might get Secret of Mana and relive your childhood, Igloo. Yours says, likely by the time I finish it, it will be Champions of Kryn. Okay, cool. JRPG says, I was wondering if you still... Okay, hang on. I was wondering if you getting skills up there, DF, how do you quickly raise lockpicking in Wizardry? There is no quick way to do it. And yes, it will go up eventually if you do that, but it takes so many clicks. I would say probably over 100 clicks to get it to go up 1. Otherwise, at level up time, I'm going to assign the lockpicking. It's extremely slow. Yeah, 5% is enough to spend 10 hours getting better. Yeah, this is Expert Jimmy. We didn't learn our lesson on the first solo run. No, we beat it on Expert with the second solo run, the Samurai. The Lord made it all the way to the end and died. I did a bunch of attempts on normal, and I'm like, it's just as hard as Expert when you do a solo. When you don't do a solo, that's not true. But when you're doing solo, the Expert seems about the same as normal. So many clicks. It is. I got to work on strength here. So here's where we're going to assign 3 points to lockpicks. And we have to do sword. I'm going to put 1 point there. And then the rest is going to be close combat. Okay. Let's make sure we're not... Yeah, we're overloaded. Drop. We got to watch the load here. Make sure it doesn't turn blue or some other color. That's one of the problems with the solo run. Now we've got 16 hit points. Another bat, huh?
This is the part where we fight, right?
What does artifact skill govern? It does a couple things. It is for identifying items you have to have a certain level, and you can identify certain categories of items. And then it also allows you to use artifacts that require the skill to invoke them successfully.
So much for that.
So like if you find a wand that has charges in it, or any kind of item that has charges, some dust, the what's it called, cure paralysis dust powder, that's the only one that uses artifact. All
Look
other
at those
powders
things.
use throwing. Scrolls use artifacts. So it just, I usually have that increase when I level up because it gives you options if you happen to find some good items in the game. I usually will focus on throwing and artifacts, even if you don't use a sling or throwing, because you could find some good potions to throw,
Look, creep.
bombs and stuff. Sure thing. Did someone give JRPG a shout out yet? If not, could they do it? Pretty please.
Look at those things. This is the part where we fight, right?
We're gonna do L here. We're gonna wait for him to get closer, and then we're gonna retarget. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for giving JRPG the shout out. Think all it's left's Cody. Yeah. Actually, let's use heal. And then we'll use stamina. Okay, down to one. How's Saz doing? I miss him lately. Is he on a trip again? I saw him. He hasn't talked in chat recently, but he would say hey. He's done that maybe 3 times over the past, probably the past 2 weeks. So that's the only time I've seen him. He hasn't been on Discord either. Last potion. And we gotta run. Yeah, I'm assuming he's busy. Okay, now we gotta wait for the fish to get out of our way. Here they come. I can sneak past them. Ooh, nice. We got 3 resurrection powders. We can't use them on ourselves, but they're worth a lot of money. So that'll give us a lot of potions. It's a good deal. Okay, so we need 160-ish experience. Okay, is anybody, if possible to shout out Cody too? If possible. I haven't seen Jeff Retainment. He's another one that usually gets a shout out. Thank you for shouting out Cody. He actually has a game he's made that's in alpha. He posted a link to it over on my Discord. In case you want to check it out. Oop.
Look at those things.
I think those are green slimes. This will be a good fight. Oh, Jeff's streaming right now. Okay. That explains it.
Look, creatures. I hope
These guys aren't as tough as they look.
So I'll probably kill one of these and then run. He's playing some bootlegged Wise clones. What's Wise? Pretty sure there's a pun there about brand XY games. Ah, okay, gotcha. It's not about the guy that recently died, is it? That was a Ninja Gaiden creator or whatever. Come on, Deporte, can't you hit? Can't you hit anything? Itagaki? That's his name? Yeah, that's probably not him then. Sword, shield, and mythology increase. Nice.
creatures.
Okay, there's the slimes. Let's try this again.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Oh, there's a bat. A bat trying to scam us. Gonna get killed by one bat.
Hey, I'm wounded. Look, creatures.
It's a bat scam. Hey, Zombo, welcome in. How are you doing? You missed the grand finale / grand death. Yes, you did. Yes, we're doing a solo bard run. An attempt. We're level 2 right now. It's painful. The bard is painful early on by himself. An exciting way to start the weekend, Zombo says. Glad you think so. Okay. Let's sneak by Mr. Crab again. I'm gonna go visit Burrs. I need some healing potions. This is too risky without having any.
Look at those things.
This is our first priority. I can't even open chests right now. With 16 hit points, we can get killed. Wizardry, pain is the good kind of pain that keeps you coming back for more, Zombo says.
Was that? Come back and
Bye-bye.
Alright, we do have resurrection powder. We can't use the poser cap. Got lots of things to sell here. That's some serious coinage. Okay, we already have a short sword, which is really good. But I'm tempted to get the rapier here. Because of the +2 to hit. We could use all the help we could get. It weighs more. But our chance to hit's so low because of our strength that I'm going to buy the rapier. Okay, feathered hat, yes. Light heals. And then we need some stamina potions. Hey DC, welcome in. How are you doing? Yes. Now we're doing a Bard solo run on Expert Iron Man. Yeah, we finished. I finished pretty quick, like 30 minutes into the stream. I didn't have too much more to do in the 5 Ranger 1 Priest run. Thanks for giving DC Bueller the shout out, guys. Appreciate it.
come back and see me.
Burr should try to pick your pocket, Joshua says. How do you know he's not? We would never know.
Look at those things.
Is your work getting any better, DC? I know you've been so busy lately. Can't use smelling salts either, except for on NPCs. And Kiffer got scammed recently with his gym, where they told him he can't wear these shoes he's wearing, but they weren't really on the list. You'll have to ask him about it. Funny enough, you made that assumption your first few playthroughs, Joshua. You're almost done with work. Another 30 minutes or so. Nice, DC. You can enjoy the weekend. You got any big plans? I know you're talking about maybe streaming. Maybe. Hey there, SGM. Welcome in. How are you doing? Your topic is incorrect. Yeah, that's because I started that way. That was in the first 30 minutes.
Look,
It was. And then I beat the game, so now we're doing a solo bard run.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
We're gonna have to jump in the water here. There's too many. You missed it, SGM. You missed it. Kiffer says they wouldn't tell me the rules and told me to check Facebook. But Facebook just showed pictures of Crocs and sandals. Not my stupid toe shoes. Cody says 3.5 hours to go for work for me. Cool. And DC says there might be some Bard's Tale 1 on Sunday. Nice. Gotta get back to work? Okay, DC. Thank you, thank you. I know how much you love bards. DC does not like bards. And yet he's playing the Bard's Tale.
Look at those things.
We gotta go all the way back. Because that was way too much to take on. The level 2 Bard. Coast is clear. Cody says you can be a fighter who can use all kinds of weapons, a mage who can cast all kinds of spells, or even a bard who can get out of my party. First edition D&D bards are awesome. That's how bards should be. Alright, let's try this again. And hope the slimes are gone. They're not gone. Okay. We're gonna go to the corner.
Look at those things.
Right here. We're gonna fight them right here. We're gonna see if they cheat and try to fit more than one here. Cody says it's Pro Jared's quote, my favorite on the subject of bards. Wizardry bards are great too. Especially in the mods I've made where I gave them all kinds of special instruments. I got a lot of variety. Nice. Nice. The rapier's doing well.
So much for that. Oh,
Man. I can't do level 3 yet. If I do level 3, we'll be facing things that can paralyze us. We're not going to do that. We got to get our
look, creatures.
weapon training up way higher. Joshua says, I have a problem not taking a bard just to use different instruments. First edition bards are the best, though. Yeah, the instruments are fun. They also get mage spells in Wizardry 6 and 7. And then D&D bards get druid spells, first edition. Much, much later on.
Look,
Cody says playing a bard in Baldur's Gate 3 felt really overpowered, but more because of the writing than the mechanics. Oh, really?
look.
Like they gave him too many
Look at
special
those things.
privileges or something? Oh, there's a bat up here.
Look.
Come on, monsters. This is the beginning of a solo run. You have to spend a lot of time training. Or you have no chance.
Look at those.
Cody says there were a few dialogue options only available to bards that could even skip boss fights. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does seem strong. Come on, bats.
Look!
The thing that's interesting to me about RPGs is a lot of them require so many plays before you can become an expert. And sometimes someone will, and I'm not saying it's about you, Cody, but sometimes someone will say something's overpowered, and it's really because they haven't like played through it enough to know the disadvantages and to know, no, that's not really overpowered. It's just because, you know,
I hope
here's
this
why,
song is tough as they look.
you know, and you don't really know that unless you have played the game many times and know all the advantages and disadvantages. Some things are obvious, but then there's other times it's like, well, no, that's not. Speaking of overpowered, these roaches. Look at that. Six damage. Severus says, I'll check that, Cody. I made Shadowheart a bard in my current run. Well, we got 1 or 2 hits in. Hey, we got an increase, though. Nice. I still got these crabs out here.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Cody says it's a bit of power fantasy game, though. There are ways other characters feel overpowered, too. The bard isn't going to one-shot anything the way some barbarians will. Not sure I want to do this. Nope. Hum says, crap, it is crabs. Yeah, they're rough. Let's make sure we don't get sandwiched here. Ooh, yeah. Bats coming in right by the king crab. Have you played through Baldur's Gate 3, Cody?
Look,
I know
creatures.
Sever's done one run. He's on his second. You haven't finished it? Are you working on it, or did you just kind of give up?
Look, creatures.
Can train our loot on these.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
Still working on it. There's so much to do. It's easy to get distracted. Yeah, I've heard that complaint too. Open worlds are that way. Joshua says, I have gotten maybe halfway through the first act.
Yes, that's much better. Look at those things.
Cody says, I don't know if it's a complaint. I don't love following the main quest in games. Yeah. As long as you finish it. Otherwise, if you never finish it, it's it doesn't probably feel like much of an accomplishment, does it? We got no music training out of that. Joshua says the first hag you come across is a great surprise, in my opinion.
Look.
I was asking Kiffer tonight, because he was streaming Underrail, if he likes isometric views for navigating better, you know, like moving everybody around in adventure mode versus like a 3D, like a blobber type like this, where it's first person perspective.
Look.
And he said he liked the isometric better, especially if you can rotate the camera and stuff. I've always found it just so tedious having to move multiple characters in an isometric view with all the constraints. I just feel like too much stuff's in the way to click on and stuff, you know.
Creatures.
In combat, I like it because now you're talking tactics. But outside of combat, I'm not really that big of a fan of that. As long as there's a mini map showing you a different view, you know. Giver says, I like how Dark Sun did it. The party collapses into one person out of combat. Yeah, that's better. So you're not all like trying to funnel through doorways and stuff. Cody says, I never finished Skyrim and I have like 800 hours across dozens of characters. I'm pretty accomplished in it. Daggerfall is now catching up because I was late to the party on that one. That's crazy. Joshua agrees with Kiffer. Yeah, it's probably more a question of, do you like to have to maneuver every character individually on the adventuring map versus the view? The view, to me, isn't as important. If it's an overhead view versus first person, I don't care, as long as it's just a blob where they move as one unit. Because I love Darklands, but the movement, once you got into like a dungeon type area, was so tedious. I had the same problem with Jagged Alliance. I think it was Baldur's Gate 1. I started playing
Look at those things.
the enhanced edition. Is that roaches again? Ugh. And the fish are
Look at those
coming.
things.
Let the fish get out of the way.
I hope these guys aren't as tough as they look.
I really like how this game handled it because it lets you move your guys around tactically, Joshua says. Yeah, with this here in combat. 6 damage, I gotta run. These guys can do triple damage. They could kill me with one hit. Slow going. Jimmy says triple damage equals triple scam. It is. Yeah, why do they get to do triple damage?
Look at those things.
But I have to fight out here by the water. I can't do the jail cell because you can end up getting stuck in there. It's too dangerous. So I drove the crabs into the dungeon last time, so they're probably going to be in here. So we need to be careful. There's one of them. Ah, it's neutral.
This is the part where we fight, right?
Jatcha says because the designers hated all the players equally. Kiffer says driving crabs to become dungeon keepers. Okay, that's good. That's good. Uh, okay,
So much for that.
that was good training. Finally got a music increase. All right, guys, I think this is a good place to stop. We got a great start on it. Let's keep the raid going over to someone else here. If you're into that. Thanks again for that raid, Kiffer, and Severed for the bit donations earlier. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Holy moly, lots of people streaming. All right, let's send you over to Jeff. Jeffertainment. He says the off-brand is just as good. It's called Zach. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.